Agenda.
Delegates, on the proposed agenda today, we have protecting civilians in armed conflict, followed by the use of drone strikes in Iran, and then the conflict in Yemen. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor or against this agenda order?
Roll call.
Delegates, please take your seats. I will begin the roll call. When I call your country, please respond with either present or present and voting. Canada.
Present.
Brazil.
Present and voting.
Vote. We will now vote on moving to an unmoderated caucus. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion passes. You have 10 minutes in an unmoderated caucus. We will now vote on resolution refugee crisis centers. All those in favor, please raise your hand as high and I will count you. Okay, all those opposed? Thank you. This resolution passes. Congratulations, delegates.
Motion.
Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, Kenya.
Motion to move into a 5-minute moderated caucus with a 1-minute speaking time.
Point.
So that is why China believes that supremacy over the internet.
With personal privilege, could you please speak louder?
Floor.
Are there any points or motions on the floor? Seeing none, we will continue with the speakers list. Canada, you have the floor.
Placard.
All those in favor of resolution debt relief to victims of Cyclone Sasha, please raise your placards high and be counted.
Moderated caucus.
Great. Canada's motion for a 10-minute moderated caucus has passed. We will now move into a moderated caucus with a 1-minute speaking time. Canada, since you proposed the caucus, you may go first.
Thank you, Chair. Delegates, today I would like to address the first step we must take in identifying which states need the most help in combating corruption. As you know, there are various transparent and unbiased reports from a variety of NGO organizations we should consult. Without this clear idea of who we are trying to help, I believe that we will end up wasting resources on those who do not need it. I now yield my time to the Chair.
Thank you, Delegate. Are there any others wishing to speak in this moderated caucus? Yes, China.
With respect to the previous delegate, the delegation of China does not believe that any of us here are wishing to trust someone else to determine if we have corruption within our own states. Don't we, as leaders of our states, know the best? My delegation will refuse to agree to any resolution that identifies problem children on the basis of outside reports. I yield my time to the Chair.
Unmoderated caucus.
Yes, Brazil.
Motion for an unmoderated caucus for 5 minutes for the purpose of discussing this new amendment.
Is there a second?
Seconded.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Great. Brazil's motion for an unmoderated caucus has passed. You have 5 minutes. Delegates, the time for this unmoderated caucus to elapse. Please attend your seats. Thank you.
Straw poll.
Delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, Ukraine.
Motion on a straw poll on the draft resolution recognition of Catalonian independence.
Thank you. That motion is in order. Is there a second? Thank you, France. All those in favor of a straw poll on the draft resolution recognition of Catalonian independence, please raise your hands. All those opposed? Okay, this motion passes. We will now conduct a straw poll. All those who would be in favor of the resolution recognition of Catalonian independence, should it be put to a real vote, please raise your flags. Okay. All those who would be opposed? Thank you. All those who would abstain? Okay, Ukraine, the results of your straw poll are that the draft resolution in recognition of Catalonian independence would fail by 1 vote, with 3 in favor and 4 against and 0 abstentions.
Formal debate.
Okay, delegates, now that we've set an agenda and voted on a speaking time for the speakers list, we may start formal debate with the speakers list. Kenya, because you made the motion to open the speakers list, you may speak first. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Dear esteemed fellow delegates, the representative of Kenya is eager to be here discussing this topic with you all. The issue of education in conflict zones is very important, and although not one that Kenya faces directly,
qualified majority, quorum, and simple majority.
With the roll call complete, I can confirm that we have 7 delegates present, which means that our quorum number is 4, our qualified majority for passing resolutions is 5, and our simple majority for passing motions is 4.
Second.
Are there any motions on the floor? Yes, Fritz.
Motion for an unmoderated caucus for 5 minutes in order to revise resolutions.
Is there a second? No? I'm sorry, Fritz, but without a second, we cannot take a vote on your motion. Canada.
Abstain.
Delegates, we will now vote on the resolution condemnation of Russian annexation of Crimea. Please remember that the delegate from Canada may not abstain because they entered present and voting during the roll call. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstain? Okay, this resolution passes with 5 in favor, 1 against, and China abstention. Congratulations, delegates.
Yay!
The chair calls this meeting of the United Nations Security Council.
Attention delegates, please take your seats. This chair calls this meeting of the Security Council to order. Let's begin. Can I have a motion to open debate? Yes, Australia.
Motion to open debate.
Thank you, Australia. Is there a second?
Are there any points or motions on the floor at this time?
The motion to open debate passes. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, Brazil.
Motion for a moderated caucus to review our arguments on this topic from the last session.
That concludes the time allowed for a moderated caucus. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, you can.
Motion to extend the time for the moderated caucus by 5 minutes.
Order.
Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, China.
Motion for an 8-minute moderated caucus.
That is in order. Is there a second?
A dilatory out of order.
Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, Kenny.
Motion to move into voting procedure on my resolution.
That is out of order because we have not introduced your resolution to the committee yet. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, Brazil.
Motion for a 20-minute unmoderated caucus.
You're going to rule that dilatory because that's too long and it takes away half the time we have this committee session.
Sponsors and signatories.
Ukraine.
Motion to introduce a resolution.
That is in order. Is there a second? Brazil, thank you. All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, this motion passes. Ukraine, please read your resolution to the committee.
This resolution is called Funding for Refugee Schools. The sponsor is Ukraine. The signatories are Brazil, Canada, and France, affirming that the disruption to child education because of the conflict have enormously detrimental effects, recognizing that the burden of the education.
The chair would look favorably on.
This concludes our speakers list. The chair will look favorably on motions to close the speakers list and move into a moderated caucus to discuss potential solutions.
Decorum.
Time for this unmoderated caucus for the last. Quorum delegates, I repeat, this unmoderated caucus is over. Please sit down.
How dare you think that burning your resources and your world,
The proud nation of Brazil will not be done.
Quorum delegates, this crosstalk is out of order. Please stop.
This resolution passes.
All those in favor of Resolution International Ocular Vision Day, please raise your placards. All those opposed? All those abstaining? This vote is concluded with 5 in favor, 2 against, and 0 abstentions. This resolution passes. Celebrations are in order.
This resolution fails.
All those in favor of Resolution Sanctions on Venezuela, please raise your placards. All those opposed? All those abstaining? This vote is concluded with 2 in favor, 5 against, and 0 abstentions. Unfortunately, this resolution fails. Celebrations are not in order.
Point of order.
Yes, Fritz.
Motion to move into voting procedures on resolution to save the caucus in Australia.
Yes, Ukraine.
Point of order. Has the resolution been introduced? I don't remember this resolution.
Oh, thank you, Ukraine. You are correct. The resolution needs to be introduced before you can move the vote on it, Chris.
Yeah. Point of inquiry.
Yes. Point of inquiry, how much time do we have remaining in the committee session?
We have 45 minutes left. Yes, you can.
Point of parliamentary inquiry. How do I present my idea to the committee?
After you have enough sponsors and signatories, you say motion to introduce the draft resolution.
Point of information.
The violence and possible bombings in Yemen cannot stand. Something must be done about this, and that is why we need to send more peacekeeping troops to this country.
Point of information.
Yeah.
Does the peacekeeping mission in Yemen have the mandate to use force or not?
No, their mandate is restricted to observer and humanitarian aid distribution purposes.
Point of personal privilege.
Yeah, you can.
Point of personal privilege. May we open a window? It's rather hot in here.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, right of reply.
We need to make serious, conscious efforts to support and preserve our forests everywhere, especially the rainforests, which contribute hugely to carbon dioxide intake, and which Brazil is too stupid to realize that we should.
Granted.
It is every country's right to make decisions that will further their economic development. Allowing limited logging in the Amazon rainforest is the same as another country permitting mining for minerals or fishing in offshore waters.
But overusing and exploiting natural resources harms everyone on the planet,
And they're not.
Decorum delegates, please continue this debate in another setting. Right now, Canada has the floor for another 20 seconds.